Hey everyone, and welcome to AKA Daddy Podcast. It's your girl Hannah T. How y'all doing today? Oh my God. So, the past week, I have been under the weather, and this is like the second time in like a month that I got sick. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, I don't know what I had. I hope I didn't have COVID. Well, I don't think I did because I tested and everything the first time I got sick and I was fine. And then again, I got sick. I'm like, I don't know what it was. Just a lot of congestion. And, anyways, I'm a lot better. I was like, I wanted to record, but I was just like coughing and all kinds of stuff. It was crazy. Just like a few days ago, I was just like really under the weather. So, y'all, make sure y'all take your vitamins. Make sure you take zinc because I don't know what is going on, but it's bad out there. So make sure you guys take care of yourself, me included. Take a lot of care of yourself because you know there's only one of you, and if you need to be amazing and be great, or you can't be amazing and great if you're not healthy. So please make sure you take care of your health. Please make sure you do. Okay. So, on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about social media and a lot of these social media influencers that love to popularize the term single mom. And I've watched so many different videos of different social media influencers, and they're, saying that they're single mothers, because they probably were in a relationship with their significant other, like husband or boyfriend or whatever, and now they took a break or they broke up, and now they're like, oh, cleaning my house as a single mom of four, or taking care of my child as a single mother, and I'm like, bro, you were in a relationship, you were married, you're what, separated from your significant other because you guys just got into it or things didn't work out. To me, as a single mom is somebody who basically, is doing everything themselves. They have no help from the father whatsoever. Or maybe they do, but they have they have one income coming in, for themselves and their children, and just seeing that, um, it's crazy. Um, but yeah, seeing, I don't know. I just don't believe that someone who has help financially from, their father or their children's father, or just like someone who was a significant other, can really call themselves a single mother. I don't buy it. No, if you're getting help, you don't get to call yourself a single mom, period. You don't. Why should you? Because you separated from your significant other, because y'all, are on a break. And I'm not trying to sit here and say that, that relationships suck or anything like that. Like, sure, we all fight. We all, are in relationships with people. Things don't work out, and yeah, things, sometimes we need a break from someone to see if we really, truly need to be with them or not. You know what I mean? But don't call yourself a single mother if not married, if you're just separated from somebody, if you like, now, if you're going through a divorce proceeding or you're in the process of getting a divorce from somebody, then yeah, you could call yourself a single parent, a single mom or a single dad, especially if if the divorce is finalized. Oh yeah, you single. Now, if you're still like married and the divorce isn't finalized, you not single. Technically, by law, you're not, right? So, yeah, it's just like, it really irks me when I see a lot of influencers out there, you know, coining the term single mom. It just irks me when I see a lot of influencers out there coining the term single mom when they truly aren't a single mother. You know what I mean? If they're just like on a break from a significant other, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I just think that, people like to say that word. It's so funny. The word single mom, it's unpopular, yet it's popular. There's a lot of people on one side that talk a lot of shit about single mothers. They talk a lot of shit about single mothers. They always have something negative, to talk about when it comes to a single mom or the word single mom. There's always a negative connotation with it. But on the other hand, you have other people like social media influencers that are quick to call themselves a single mom when they just separate from their, husband or boyfriend or fiance because, a situation took place. And, 9 times out of 10, they're going to work it out anyways. You know what I mean? And they just needed that break to really, figure things out. Right. I mean, hey, I'm not a relationship expert. I don't know, but what I do know is that if you got help from your children's father or children's mother or whatever, you're not a single parent. You're not a single mom. You're not a single dad because you still got help from the other parent. Period. Enough of my rant then. But no, I think that a lot of people personally, they glamorize single mothers, and it's just so funny that people who talk so much shit about single mothers, I don't know, I feel like they kind of want to be us so bad, because we're the strongest women there is, right? We're so strong. And it's just so unfortunate that a lot of people that talk so much shit about single moms come from single mom homes, especially. And it's just like very comical to me. But anyways, moving on. I just thought, to kind of mention that. But really I guess this is kind of a 2-in-1 episode, talking about, social media influencers and how they, coined that word single mom. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about social media. We are in such a big age of social media that oh my God, it's crazy. Social media is becoming more and more nutty by the day. A lot of the shit that you see on the internet is just too much, especially with everything that's going on overseas right now. I don't really want to get into that. It's just, you see so much and it's just like, oh my God, sometimes it's just like, I have enough internet today. I have enough social media today. I can't bear to take any more of it. And, it's just everybody wants to spark up a conversation and, everyone always wants to, when I say everyone, I mean like a lot of these media or blogging or vlogging, no, more like the blogging platforms and sites. They're always like trying to stir up, a lot of drama and stuff. And it's just like, wow, there's always something that they're stirring up. Like if it's a small little thing that someone says, they always want to get that, that one small little clip that someone says, and it might sound like it was taken out of context. A lot of people will take it out of context, and then someone will come back and like just start arguing or start, talking shit about what somebody said. And it's like, wait a minute, I didn't say that. I didn't mean it like that. Listen to my whole, speech, or listen to everything I said rather than a 10-second clip or a 45-second clip that you just heard. Right. And, social media, as one of my homegirls tells me, social media is a blessing and a curse. It really is. Social media is such a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because you can, be on there and you can communicate and network with people. You could connect with people you haven't seen in a long time and build, friendships off of that, or, meet people, or, create relationships or whatnot. And like I said, build business partners, things like that. I've met a couple of people that I actually kind of work with a little bit right now. As I mentioned in, one of my episodes, I met someone recently and I had an podcast, or obviously my second episode, I met that person here on social media on Instagram. And I met that person on social media on Instagram. And, I've met other people. So it's a good way to network with other people and connect with people when it comes to like, business or something you're trying to do, or like projects, or like finding certain people. It's really good in that way. But there's been so much negative shit that you see all the time. All the time, you see so much negative shit. And, it's always these media blogs that's trying to, stir up some drama off of some bullshit little interview, or like some bullshit little clip that, someone posted, like whether it's an interview from a celebrity and they say something, maybe they mention someone else, but, of course they want to take that little clip of what that person said about somebody else and just blow it out of proportion. And now you got another celebrity responding back, and now they're all pissed off. Right. And it's just like, what the fuck? How can you guys do that? Like, damn, y'all are so creative. And it's not even just that. It's just like, you're constantly seeing so much shit. And, like I was saying in one of my episodes, social media is such a facade. It's such a facade. You think that people are doing so well. You're thinking that people are, they're doing, so much, like they're doing so well in life. And, you're seeing that they're posting, these houses and these cars and, these purses or whatever, these, people are posting so much stuff like, like they're wealthy or something, and yeah, it's just, it's mind boggling. And then, the thing about social media is that it's information overload. For me, sometimes I have to take a break because it could be so much. And then I also have, some family members on there, and they're always wanting to like comment on stuff, or, always wanting to send me so much stuff. And I get so much messages. And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I got to take a break. I can't get all these messages. And then especially when you get people liking all your reels and stuff like that, and you're like, oh my God, you're seeing the constant like notification. I'm like, scrolling up, leave. Social media, it can be, like I said, a blessing and a curse. And there's just always so much going on. And I mean, I love it for the networking aspect of it. But again, I don't like it for, when you see a lot of people, they're trying to be like celebrities. And then, you see people, social media is just so crazy. And, it's just nuts how toxic it can become if you allow it. If you allow social media to just get in your mind, it just can create, so much chaos. So, a lot of the times I have to take a break from it. I get, messages here and there, and sometimes it could be so much for me. And then, you get all these notifications and stuff if you post stuff, and I have to take a break from it. But yeah, it's just always something where somebody's just, or these media blogs are always, blowing things out of proportion. And then you have all these commenters on there, especially when it comes to a certain topic. If it's something trending, or if it's something that is controversial, you have so many people commenting on stuff, and it's just like, yo. And then if you say something that might be out of turn or that people don't agree with, they're quick to just like come at you. And I've gotten in so many arguments with people on social media over, certain stuff. And it's just like, I'm stating my opinion, and that people are so quick to come at me. And I had to take a break from that shit because it was just like, it was getting so toxic. Like, we live in a country where we have free speech, but then social media can also be a little contradictory because, if you have a certain opinion on something and people get mad at you for your opinion, and, but then at the same time, they're stating their opinion. So it's free speech all around. But, it's like, where do we draw the line where things can just be, just a little bit more peaceful, or like, where there can be like a bit of a break, and there isn't, So my advice, to all of you guys is, if you have to take a break from social media, do it. I had to, because I was just I was just seeing so much that I was getting exposed to so much, like from friends and stuff. And I just, certain people would show certain faces here and then certain faces there, you know, 1 minute they're showing one face or the next minute they're showing a different face. And it was just like, it wasn't healthy. And then I was just feeling like I couldn't keep up with them. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to keep up with the Joneses, and it was just like, I was allowing it to like affect me, you know? And social media is such a powerful tool. And I am not really surprised why Mark Zuckerberg got, taken up to Capitol Hill to talk about it, and got like, I think he got charged or something like that. I don't really know too much of the story, for Facebook, but, also I think Facebook does own Instagram as well. And that's more of the culprit, and it's just like so hard to like not look at social media, especially if you are trying to promote yourself and you're trying to promote your business or you're trying to promote something. Social media is like free advertisement, right? And that's where the blessing part of social media comes in, is that, you get free advertisement from social media to promote whatever you want to promote and just connect with all of these people, whether they're like-minded, not like-minded, in the same field or not in the same field, just so many different people. And, it's just, it's been, again, it could be a blessing and a curse. The curse part, being where there's certain conversations going on about, certain things. And then you have all these like, keyboard warriors that want to, give their 2 cents about something. And then half the time they don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they're not doing their research. You know what I mean? They're not doing their full research. They're just going by social media news, what I like to call it, social media news. You know what I mean? And instead of looking at the real news or actually doing a Google search or like, reading some books about something, people would rather just jump to social media and be like, okay, well, I'm going to side with this because everybody else is siding with this instead of doing their own research. So like me, what I've started doing now is, because I've gotten so influenced by social media, both positively and negatively, and just, I would say more negatively to where it like really affected me and I had to take a break. Now I just take stuff with a grain of salt. Like, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, they say this, I might see certain like blog posts or like media from media blogs or whatever. And I just like kind of like talk to myself and be like, okay, you know what? These people are trying to get a reaction out of you. Just ignore it. Because if I say what I really want to say, I'm going to have all these people come back at me. I'm going to have all these people come at me. Either way, you could even say something positive and somebody come at you. It could be a positive post and somebody has something negative to say. I've seen that too. Like, how do you comment something negative on a positive post? It's like we've gotten so comfortable with social media to where shit is just like anybody just saying anything and so the fuck what? Again, when you give people the opportunity of having free speech, they're going to say whatever the fuck they want to say because they have the ability to say it. We live in a free country, technically, almost. Not really. But, people have the opportunity to have that freedom to say whatever the fuck they want to say on social media and whatever the fuck they want to say anywhere, right? And, on social media, you might not get the consequence. You may or may not, depending what you say, depending if somebody wants to report you or not. But, a lot of the times, people will go on and say whatever they want to say without even getting some sort of reprimand, and that's where, sometimes you have to kind of draw the line and be like, you know what, if I see that this is going to cause me to be upset, maybe I should just avoid it. And that's what I've been getting, really good at is avoiding shit, avoiding certain things that is going to something that's going to trigger me. Because I know that it could get me in trouble or like, I don't want to ruin my day. Why should I ruin my day for something that somebody else posted? Why? Why should I get triggered and get all pissed off? Just move on. That's all I got to say. Move on. Post what you got to post. Keep it pushing. And, a lot of these, like I said, a lot of, social media, I always felt like I was in competition with people that I don't even fucking know. Like, even friends. I feel like I'm in competition with friends that I, haven't even seen in a while, And then you got people that want to show off and are so materialistic and stuff. And it's just, it's so crazy. But, we have to live our own lives. If I didn't have this to promote, I wouldn't really be on social media like that. And I really haven't been posting anything. The only thing I really have been posting is promoting this podcast. That's it. Because that's my focus right now. My focus is this podcast, and my focus is establishing myself in my business and, this platform and everything. That's the only thing I've been wanting to do, and if that's all you're going to do, good. We don't really need social media unless we really want to promote something or just like want to connect with other people. And that's it, and then just the fact of, following all these, like I said, these media blogs and stuff like that, they're always stirring up the pot and stirring some shit up about some bullshit, always stirring some shit up, about, and just starting shit basically. We got to get away from that. We got to get away from that and just, post what we really love, and stop, trying to compare ourselves to other people, because, we're us and other people are them. That's it. We can't live by the means of other people. We got to stay in our own lane, and I've had to learn that, when I took my break from social media. I've had to learn that I had to just do my own thing and, do things at my pace, and stop trying to follow other people and stop trying to be like other people, because I'm not them. We're our own individual person, and social media doesn't define us. And it's just so sad that, a lot of people, they get like cyberbullied and stuff like that. And it's crazy. I'm, thankful to God my son isn't old enough to experience that, and I pray to God he never does. But it's just, that's another part of social media that, the ugly side of social media, if you will, the curse side, and we have to stop and take a look and talk to ourselves about this stuff, because this is a big conversation. We definitely do allow social media to run our lives, and then it gets to the point to where people ask questions about, oh, if you're in a relationship with someone, is it wrong if your man or your girl doesn't post you on social media? Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, it's mind boggling, all the shit that you hear about that. And yeah, like, and then you hear people saying, yeah, if I'm with somebody, or if you got a man, he needs to be posting you on social media. Like, he should be want to tell the world about you and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, because I mean, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, there was no social media. There was no social media. And, people were just, talking about their significant other, or not wanting to talk about their significant other because, they just didn't want to talk about that. But what about if somebody wants to have a private life? What if somebody doesn't want to talk about their relationship? What about those people that, grew up in a shitty household and had a dysfunctional family growing up, and they saw some things that they didn't need to see as children, and they didn't see that love. What about those people? And those people are afraid of love. What about those people? Do they need to, and what if they do fall in love, but they don't want to post that because they want to keep and they want to preserve their relationship? What about those people? They have that right. Does that make them not love their significant other if they don't want to post them? No. If somebody, they really, they just love their partner, they don't want to post them all the time, they don't have to. Just because society says that you should post your significant other on social media doesn't mean that you have to. right? I mean, you don't have to do that. That's what society says. That's what these media blogs are saying. But at the end of the day, are you dating these media blogs? Are they giving you the right information? Are these people even professionals? Are they certified in relationships? Do they know what the fuck they're talking about? Are they taking you out on dates? Are they paying your bills? What? Come on now. What are they doing? So you telling me that if I'm in a relationship with a man, my man needs to be posting me? He needs to be, just because he wants to tell the world about me, he need to be posting me? What if he just values our relationship and he just loves me so much? You know, he doesn't feel like he doesn't want to post that. He wants to keep his private life, and his, public figure life, like work or whatever. Is that wrong? Is it wrong? You don't have to post everything, and I'm gonna get into another episode about how people overshare so much. That's gonna be a different episode because I have a big thing I want to say about oversharing because motherfuckers overshare way too much. But again, that's on a different episode. It's up to you to draw the line of what's right and wrong. It's up to you to draw the line on what's right and wrong on social media. Don't rely on society. Society is not giving you the right information about what you need to be posting or what you don't need to be posting on social media, especially when it comes to relationships. If you with somebody, you don't have to post them. That's your business. That is your business. You don't have to sit there and post that shit. Why? Why should you? Because everybody else is doing it? But guess what? If you with somebody and you're posting everything on social media, what if you break up with them? What then? Then people gonna be questioning when you stop. People gonna be questioning when you stop posting them, right? So that's why I see why some people don't post relationships because they don't know if it's gonna work. You don't know if your relationship's gonna work. Yeah, you might be in a relationship for 5 years, but suddenly, one day out of the blue, y'all just don't click anymore. You know what I mean? Or just like one day, y'all just not seeing eye to eye. Or, people, they just lose interest. I mean, that's why it's so silly to post everything. Now, if you're married, that's a different story. Okay, maybe. But still, people, they want to value privacy, especially in their relationship. Because, sometimes, again, like I said, social media could be such a blessing and a curse. We always want to post everything that goes on. And then next thing you know, you might be jinxing your blessings. You might be jinxing something. You so quick to open your mouth about something. Next thing you know, boom, you ain't got it no more. Like relationship, and then also me, when I got pregnant with my son, I didn't post nothing because, and this is kind of a different topic, but, with pregnancy, when you get pregnant, there could be a chance that you can miscarry. And I've seen other people who have posted, and, this would be a little bit triggering. So just a trigger warning here. I have seen people where they post, oh, we're pregnant. And then next thing you know, they lose their baby, they miscarry. And I was so scared, when I was pregnant, I was really, really scared to post that I was pregnant until after the stage to where it was safe, right? Because there's like a certain period in your pregnancy. I think it's like the first or second trimester where it's like, okay, it could be a little bit risky. But then as the pregnancy goes, on, things, become a little bit better. So I was just a little afraid of posting it. I honestly posted, I posted after I had my son. That's what I did. I busted a little Kylie Jenner and was like, yeah, I have a kid now. After, when she had her Stormy, I think, she posted after, So, yeah, I did that because I wanted to keep my pregnancy private. I just wanted to keep that part of my life private. And I don't think it's wrong, again, that if you want to, I don't think it's wrong. I just don't think it's wrong that if there's, a certain part of your life you want to keep private, you don't have to post it. You don't, and stop allowing social media and stop allowing society stop allowing society to tell you that it's right and that you have to do it. No, you don't. Everyone, you could if you want to, but again, I'm not you, you're not me, and that's it. You know what I mean? People want to value their privacy. People want to enjoy what they have without the public seeing that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just all, I have to say about social media. We have to learn how to draw the line at some point in time in our lives. Draw the line where we don't post anymore, draw the line on taking a break, draw the line on what we should post, and just really draw the line on, what's right and wrong. There's so many layers of social media that we are exposed to on a day-to-day basis. And, again, I think we need to just, draw the line on what's right and wrong, and just draw the line on, on commenting. And because, you can like really choose your battles on social media too. That's another thing. You really pick your battles on social media, because, you have to also be careful, because you just never know what you post on social media. It can also get you in trouble. I've seen where people have posted so much stuff, or they posted stuff in the past, and then it resurfaces later in the future, like, oh my God, you said X, Y, and Z about this community, or you said X, Y, and Z about this, or you said X, Y, and Z about that, and it was controversial, and now people are taking offense, and it's resurfacing. So that's why I say you have to really draw the line, because you just never know what you post, if it can offend someone, if it can just like really get you in trouble. So anyways, and everyone, that is all I got today. So think hard and think twice about what you post next, because you just never know.